Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mark with Waist Deep Wade Fishing, Southwest Florida. Hope all is well. So today we want to tackle a subject. Which is the best tide to fish for snook on the beach? Would it be the incoming? Would it be the outgoing? Well, today I'm gonna put an end to the mystery and tell you what I've learned over the last 15 years of snook fishing along the beaches in Southwest Florida. Before I do that, though, I want to explain the reason why it's the best before I give you the answer. So let's go ahead and dive into it. The differences between the incoming tide and the outgoing tide. Okay, so to begin, the incoming tide. The pluses to the incoming tide are it's going to push in a lot of the bait fish that are deeper out. The deeper roaming bait fish, they're going to be pushed in towards the shore. That's the plus. On the other side of that, the bigger predators are also going to come in with the tide. The dolphins, the sharks, things that are going to agitate and scare off the snook. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like to fish the incoming tides, but it's not the preferable tide that I would fish on the beach. The tide I prefer would be the outgoing. And the reason for that is once everything gets pushed into the mangroves and into the estuaries and into the backcountry and settles for the day, what goes in must come out. So later in the day, if you're going to go out there and you're going to comb the beaches and fish the troughs for snook, what we would like to call the best case scenario, or when the stars align, what you're looking for is an outgoing tide as the sun is setting in the evening. When you go on your charts and you look for those perfect days for that outgoing tide as the sun is going down, those are the days you want to comb those beaches and throw lures or artificials in those trough lines looking for the big female snook hunting, especially in the summertime. So the answer to the question is my preferred tide is the outgoing. Now, I'm going to throw a little bonus to that. Some people also read their charts and they rely on the major and the minor bites. Major bites usually last between 2 hours to 2.5 hours, sometimes 3, and minor bites are between 45 minutes to an hour and a half. Me personally, as long as I've got the moving water and there is a minor or a major, I don't really revolve my day around that. But since we're on the subject of strictly snook fishing, and if you're going to comb the beaches for snook, and that is what you're hunting, when you go to the beach, preferably get out there in the evening between 5 and 8 o'clock. This is Southwest Florida we're talking about. If you're in the area, each region is different. But in this region, if you're out there between 6 and 8 o'clock and you happen to have an outgoing tide, okay, that would be the preferable tide to fish. You're going to find that those snook are going to line up on a point, off a ledge, in the troughs, and wait for the bait fish, the threadfin, the greenbacks, the shrimp, the small crustaceans that are getting pulled out of the mangroves and brought to them as if the food was on a conveyor belt. The less energy that those fish spend trying to hunt fish, the better chances that you have to catching them. They don't want to waste their energy hunting in hot weather, especially water that's above 80 degrees. They're going to find a spot that they can sit that's semi out of the current, okay, where they can sit and ambush their prey. So I hope that helps you today on your journeys out on the water. This is Mark with Waist Deep Wade Fishing, Southwest Florida. I want to thank everybody for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And I will be out on the water first thing tomorrow morning doing exactly what we talked about, fishing that outgoing tide for those snook. Till then, thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next video.